Wow.
Boogaloo.
Films. Bad films. Lots of films. Very, very bad films. Films. Watch that film. Then talk about it. It's Electric Boogaloo with Matt and Keenan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Electric Boogaloo, the show where we make bad films worse. I am your 13-year-old cousin's deviant art creation, Bingles the Echidna, Matthew Butler.
Oh. I am your lumberjack nightmare, Keenan Groom.
And this week on the show, we watched Sonic the Hedgehog.
We did.
And in a shocking turn of events for our podcast, we liked the movie.
Oh, my microphone is being possessed. It must be Toy Story. We've let you down. We have watched a film that was arguably good, and
Yeah,
I'm disappointed.
in a way, but at the same time, you know, I'm never mad to watch a good movie.
Yeah. It wasn't. It wasn't a masterpiece, but as video game films go, it was the best.
Detective Pikachu.
I suppose that's a bit. Oh no, it was a game, wasn't it? I was going to say it's more loose, but there was a Detective Pikachu game. So yeah, there you are.
Yeah, I mean, the reason we picked this one way in advance because of the first trailer.
Yeah, I think it was. If it was based on the first trailer, it would have been a bad film, but it somehow brought it around, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the performances were always going to be good, like Ben Schwartz, Jim Carrey, great. It was just that first trailer with the monster Sonic.
Yes, I've definitely written that down. Old Sonic design wouldn't have been as good as film because I think it would have been harder to watch. Same as like Cats, if you listened last week. Yeah. The CGI did let it down because if they looked like the West End Cats, it may have been a bit more viewable.
But it wasn't.
It was still a weird film, this. So I've written. Yeah. I haven't actually. Well, no. I just contradicted myself. I've written down some questionable things, but compared to the notes I've been making over the weeks, this is definitely not the worst things I could have written.
Yeah, I just wrote down two things that made me laugh a lot. So
yeah. So not normal Boogaloo things to say, but watch this film. Did we say that?
Yeah.
Say that? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. There you go. I have a movie snack for you today, Matthew.
Okay.
We are traveling east today to South Korea.
Okay.
Okay. So this is sold at concession stands, and it is a meaty, savoury stand-in for popcorn. It's a chewy snack that is popular in other Asian countries too, but most popular in South Korea.
A meaty, savoury popcorn
Meaty, savoury popcorn substitute. Got a little bit harder this week.
I'm going to go with teriyaki chicken bites.
Well, that sounds lovely. This one's a bit more wet.
Ooh. I don't like the idea of like digging into a wet bowl while I'm watching a film.
I mean, it's a dry snack, but the sauce of it is more wet than a chicken.
More wet than a chicken?
Yeah.
That famous expression?
Yeah.
Go on. I don't know.
This is dried cuttlefish.
Oh.
Yeah. So rather than giving it to your parrot, you give it to your children.
Now, a parrot's famous for eating cuttlefish.
I don't know. My friend used to have quails, but I thought this was a bit, more...
What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing. I just thought, let's generalise pet birds a bit more and say parrot. I'm gonna have a look.
Did your friends quails eat cuttlefish or?
Yeah, and each other.
Oh no!
Do parrots eat cuttlefish? Here we are. A cuttlebone, which is the internal shell of a cuttlefish, provides numerous health and wellness benefits to birds, such as parrots.
Fair enough.
If you are a family of 4, one parent, 2 children, and 1 parrot, this will be good for you. You get a whole cuttlefish, you pull out the bone, give it to your parrot, dry it, and feed it to your children.
Yeah,
but only if you go hungry, and then you watch a film. And you go hungry, yeah.
And only if you're a single parent with 2 children and a parrot.
Yeah, if not, you're not allowed.
Yeah, them's the breaks.
I'm glad that one stumped you because the others have been too easy for you with your weird movie snack knowledge.
To be fair, I nearly said sushi. We shouldn't have been too far off.
Yeah, I got really annoyed if you said sushi. What are we here for?
Yeah. Let's talk about this weird movie.
Yeah. Ignore the skull cap like Miley Cyrus. Yeah. My hair can't be tamed.
I was going to say, you look like the the girl from Recess.
Spinelli.
Yeah.
I'm Spinelli if she wants to cut down trees.
Yeah. Spinelli mixed with John Cleese.
I'm committing to it. There you go. Deal with it.
There you go.
There it is.
This entire podcast is just me, Keenan, trying to fix his hair. You look like Justin Bieber from 2005.
It can't be fixed. But what can be fixed is changing the CGI to make a good film about a hedgehog.
Oh, that transition. You're
welcome. Master transition. That's what I am. That's what they call me.
Yeah, so Sonic the Hedgehog, for anyone who doesn't know, is a small indie game developed by a Japanese studio. Came out in 80-something, 90-something, I don't know.
1804?
1804.
I thought you were going to say 18. It's like, definitely.
It was the first video game ever made, and you play as a blue hedgehog called Sonic, and you kill robots and free buddies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In this movie, Sonic frees no bunnies, 0 out of 10.
Yeah. There was no little...
He does save a turtle.
Yeah, but when he breaks the eggs, he doesn't, like, chicks don't appear.
True.
Or, what are they, butterflies? Are they butterflies?
I think, technically, within the Sonic lore, if we're going Sonic lore, they're flickies.
Oh.
But they're like rabbits and birds.
Oh, rabbits, yeah.
Whatever.
I've never actually completed a Sonic game.
Really?
Yeah, because I had it on the original Sega Mega Drive. So as soon as I got to the castle lava levels, my very young brain couldn't handle it.
I've played a fair few in my time. You know, I'm a bit of a gamer. I'm a pro epic gamer.
Get those Doritos.
Are there any geeks and gamers in the audience?
Hit us up in the chat, geeks and gamers, and tell me your favourite Roblox mod.
Mine's the one where you play Roblox. I don't know.
Now that one.
Yep. This movie has nothing to do with the games particularly, other than the main character and the villain, I guess.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah. It's almost like an origin story for the villain as opposed to the protagonist, I think.
Yeah, it is more of an Eggman movie. Yeah. We can get to Eggman. So the movie opens on Sonic's home planet, I guess, which is not Earth. And his mum is an owl.
Is this canon? Because obviously,
no,
I didn't know there's any lore behind how the rings work in this and how they work in the game. Because obviously, you just collect them in the game.
Yeah. So the rings in the game are just like coins in Mario. They were never meant to be anything like this. You've been able to walk through them sometimes. It's whatever. Like you can jump through them to get to like supersonic levels, I think. Yeah,
which is the weird pinball thing.
Yeah. But the actual Sonic lore, as it was supposed to be, as I learned from a video on Polygon, the Unraveled about Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic was like a regular hedgehog who got powers from human pollution. And originally Robotnik was like a father figure to him, but then he became also corrupted by that same pollution and gained like egg powers, I guess. I don't know.
That's interesting. Was he always a blue hedgehog and just...
No, he was a regular hedgehog.
Normal hedgehog.
And he mutated to become blue and fast. And also, apparently, he was meant to be part of the quilting circle originally.
Oh, this sounds quite interesting. I'd love to see that.
I'll send you a link to... I'll send you a link to the Polygon video about it, 'cause it's amazing.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch that. Weird. But to actually watch an unraveling movie of a normal hedgehog turning into a bipedal, fast blue thing.
Yeah. And like at the start of the movie, he just squeaks like a hedgehog, and by the end of it, he's Ben Schwartz. You start on Owl Planet with Sonic. He's being attacked by echidnas, I think. That does look like Knuckles and friends.
Yeah, they look similar to Sonic, so there's got to be some...
Well, they were red and they had the...
What's the collective genus for hedgehogs and echidnas? They're not marsupials, are they?
They might be. Hedgehogs aren't, but echidnas might be.
Yeah. They lay eggs, so they could be anything. They're probably a newt. Hedgehog?
No, hedgehog's a mammal. Echidna... Echidna's a...
They're a subfamily of Erinic. I don't know Latin.
They're mammals.
Yeah.
This is nothing though.
This is very important.
Welcome to the phone checking section of the podcast. Anyway, they're on Sonic's owl home planet. He's being attacked by echidnas. The owl mum sends him to Earth through a magic ring. Apparently, all advanced civilizations can teleport through rings, I guess.
Yeah, so it's pretty much all but Earth, it seems. Like mushrooms can do it.
Oh, no, there's nothing living on the mushroom planet other than mushrooms. You can just teleport there.
Yeah, true.
It's just like, apparently there are other advanced alien species that travel through rings.
See any? We see Earth and the owl face.
Yeah. I suppose they didn't want to... The focus of the movie is not the space.
Not the space bit, yeah.
Anyway, it was still like the first 5 minutes of the movie. That's how weird the opening is.
Yeah, there's still, it's the prologue, isn't it?
Yeah. He lands on Earth. He grows up alone in Montana in Green Hills, which I thought was nice.
Level
the
1.
First stage. Yeah, Green Hills Zone. And then we meet our secondary protagonist, which is a cop named Tom, or Donut Lord. And he wants to move to San Francisco to get away from the boredom of Montana. And then Road Trip is basically the movie.
Yeah, it's basically just Sonic wanting to do human things and gain a friend.
Yeah.
So it was like a buddy cop movie.
Yeah, Sonic gets found out by the government, and then he tries to teleport away, accidentally throws his rings at San Francisco because he gets shot by a tranquilizer. They travel to San Francisco, and then action, comedy, etc. There's your plot. Let's talk about all the weird stuff.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple plot. You pretty much know what's going to happen. But
yeah, it's a buddy road trip comedy. It's whatever.
Before we get to the weird, I did some loose science.
Okay.
So towards the beginning, Sonic saves a tortoise's life from getting hit by a car. So, and that was when we meet the sheriff of Green Hill, Tom, who is using a speedometer. I think that's the word, isn't it? Speedometer.
There you go.
Fastometer. to just
car gun.
Yeah, and the tortoise goes past, and it registers at 0.01, and I'm assuming because it's in America, it's kilometers an hour.
I think it's still miles, but no,
miles?
Let's go kilometers.
If we use kilometers, it's funnier. So 0.01 kilometers an hour, and then Sonic speeds past, and it registers between 296 and 300 kilometers an hour based on which time it goes.
Yeah.
Did a little Googling. The average tortoise moves at 0.21 kilometers an hour. So if we take an average tortoise, it's a lot slower than that. If for any reason this was a turtle, turtles can move on land at 3 to 4 miles an hour, and this is 0.21 miles an hour. So this
was a tortoise.
Very, very, very slow tortoise, even as tortoises go. And then if we take Sonic at 300 kilometers an hour, and so fast, time stops, like almost like Quicksilver, and he can do different things and affect how things play out. A Bugatti car can go 300 miles an hour. So are we saying the car can stop time? Or was Sonic just going slow just to be a little bit edgy?
I think when he does his like crazy stop time move stuff, that's when his like powers are active.
But this was just him as a general running,
just him
fast
normal
person.
Yeah, because
I was doing, I did a little research going, if this is meant to be the fastest thing ever, why is a car faster than it?
Yeah, well, that's always been my thing in the Sonic racing games. Sonic always drives in a car.
He should just run.
Aren't you faster than one?
Yeah, just run. Well, he's just probably being modest and polite, going, I'll give you a chance. Yeah. So
I love the idea of like in one of the Sonic racing games, you just like if you move the camera in just away, you see that Sonic's just running underneath
like Wacky Races, his legs.
Yeah.
Like the gangsters and Wacky Races.
Yeah, the anthill mob, yeah.
See, that was my little research I did the first 10 minutes of the film. Other than that, I didn't do any more research.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed the film.
Not long after... So Sonic plays baseball, I think.
With himself, yeah.
And he realizes he's very alone. He's playing baseball by himself, and then he runs around the bases so fast that it like powers down all the electrics around him and destroys a satellite.
What was it? The Pacific Northwest or something? So it was the majority of America.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, not. I think it's just like meant to be Montana goes out, but still a whole state.
It affected the government, didn't it? Or did they just
pick
up on their radar? Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking
powerful.
Thinking it was a lot bigger than it was.
No. No, it was meant to be like more powerful than an EMP.
Okay.
But, so the government's like, oh, well, we better send in our best agent who's dealt with like coups in Iraq and Azerbaijanistan. And then the other person's like, that second one wasn't even a country. And he's like, I know, he's that good. And that got the first like proper laugh out of me of this movie.
Man's so intelligent, he's made a once known country cease to exist.
Yeah.
He's a man of many talents, is Dr. Robotnik. Walking's not one of them.
Walking normally, certainly.
Yeah. I found that Jim Carrey as an actor is one of the only few actors I will let do the same thing in every movie and I'll still accept it.
Yeah, I mean, I've not really seen a Jim Carrey movie since Series of Unfortunate Events have I seen a Jim Carrey movie. And he's still doing the same shtick as always, and I still like it.
He can do it. He can do a mix though, because Truman has some serious elements, and so does Forgetting Sarah Marshall
and Eternal Sunshine.
So he can do it.
Still,
if he chooses not to, I don't care.
Yeah, fair play to him.
I thoroughly enjoy the man.
Yeah, he was just having a wonderful time. Clearly. Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey, is entirely ridiculous. Everything he does is insane. He like talks with bizarre cadences. He's like giddy, running around. at one point he pretends to get his head bitten off by a T-Rex.
Oh yeah. He had like a little treadmill VR thing in his own lair, and he chooses different green screen scenarios.
One of which was running away from a T-Rex, I guess. I don't know.
There's some noticeable quotes before we get to your favourite one. My one I laughed at a lot was, oh, this is when he was speaking to the lieutenant. He was shutting down everything he was saying. It was a very fun exchange. And then he said, oh, look what came out of my egg sack.
Yeah, that was gross.
That was
because all of his ships look like eggs because Robotnik and Eggman are the same person, and so he just talks about eggs a lot.
Because it was only until very near the end when Sonic refers to him as Mr. Eggman that you get some form of link. So is that the origin of Dr. Eggman? Was he only called Eggman by Sonic as a nickname?
Possibly, I don't know.
And Robotnik's his actual name.
I've never fully understood that. I'm pretty sure Robotnik's his actual name and Eggman's like a title he took.
Right.
But then in some lore, I think, again, Sonic lore is very confusing. In some of that, I think it's like Robotnik is his dad and then he's Eggman.
Okay, but they look similar.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't understand.
I'm sure some Sonic nerd could correct me.
Yeah, I suppose because it's such an old school game, you don't really have much backstory or narrative to the first Sonic game, do you?
Yes, but then all of the 3D Sonic games are so goddamn insane that they have their own lore every single time, and none of them make any sense.
Sonic can do what he wants, then it seems.
Yeah, well, Sonic 06 is like the famous bad Sonic game, which I wish they'd adapted into a movie because, oh my god, that would have been hilarious. In that one, Sonic is like destined to cause an ancient prophecy named Sonic is like the one who will summon the god of death. And he does, to be fair, by accident.
Okay.
That's also the one where Sonic makes out with the human at one point.
Oh,
Sonic 06 is weird, man.
It's like B-movie all over again. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, can we have some more God,
Sonic briefly dies in Sonic 06, and then True Love's kiss brings him back, and it's from a human.
Why is it not Amy? It makes more sense.
I don't know. Amy's in the game.
Please give me some more funnies because that's just a weird game that I want to get out of my head.
So Sonic ends up running away from Eggman, gets tranquilized by Tom, and then is hiding from Eggman with Tom.
Yeah.
And Eggman shows up at the door, and they have like a back and forth, like dick measuring contest essentially. And you get my favorite line in the entire movie, which I've written down and I will recite to you now, which is Robotnik. I was spitting out formulas while you were spitting up formula. Tom, I was breastfed actually. Robotnik, nice. Rub that in my orphan face. It's so good.
Mine, like in that exchange, was a very bizarre one that came from Tom. Was my name is Tom, but my dentist calls me Tim.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that knowledge.
Doesn't Robotnik respond with like, my name's Robotnik, but my dentist calls me Rob?
Yeah. It was.
I think Robotnik's first name is Ivo. Why would he call you Rob?
Rob Robotnik, obviously. Don't be done that.
Yeah, like Mario.
Yeah. Oh, what else have I written? Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed the film, but Sonic flossing may have ruined a really good film for me.
Yeah, Sonic flosses twice. That's the first one's right during like one of the most memed moments of the film, which is how are you alive? I don't know. But
still, I think it went down a couple of points for me.
That's going to date this movie horribly.
Yeah.
People are going to come back to that movie in like 5 years and be like, what is that hedgehog doing?
Yeah. Other than that, I think it would hold up quite well.
Mostly, I guess. I don't know. We can't tell how the world's going to change in 5 years.
No. Was the drawing of Sonic the one of those internet ones?
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot to mention that. They're talking about a guy called Crazy Carl, who is the only person who believes in Sonic in the town. Everyone else has never seen him because he's too fast. And then Crazy Carl holds up a picture of Sonic, and it is the Sonic meme.
Yes.
Which is a very bad drawing of Sonic saying "gotta go fast," which he said in the movie as well. That was great.
Yeah, because that's not from any games, is it? It's just
it is. The drawing that's an internet meme. The drawing's an internet meme. Gotta go fast is I think from Sonic Adventure maybe.
All right, it's a newer one.
It's a classic thing. So Sonic Adventure's Dreamcast. It's a classic thing.
I don't know why. Maybe I just assumed it. I knew it was a quote and then just assumed it wasn't because of how much. It's
so mean.
Yeah. What else did I put? I put yes, I've put that Eggman has a Russian doll effect of robots, and that was quite funny.
Yeah.
To see how far it would go. So we start with a bus, then a car, then a smaller car, then a little helicopter. And then
I think that it's always a funny joke. My mind went to, have you seen the Teen Titans movie? The Teen Titans Go movie, I guess.
No, I haven't.
There's a bit in that where they're being chased by a mind-controlled Batman, and they blow up the Batmobile and he emerges on the Batcycle. And they blow up the Batcycle and he emerges on a scooter. And they blow up the scooter and he lands on roller skates. And they blow up his roller skates and he lands on Alfred's shoulders. And it's I love that kind of joke, which is you can't stop them. You can't stop them. There's always something smaller.
Yeah. I don't think he could have got any smaller than his tiny little
helicopter. Well, to be fair, you break the helicopter in half, it's a bomb.
Yeah, oh yeah, because it lands in his hand, doesn't it? As well. Yeah, there you go. And I've got one more thing. This is how much I didn't bother to write down because I was enjoying the film. Was one more quote I had, which is towards the middle of it. No. Yes. No. I thought it was the part when he brought Sonic to his wife's sister. But it wasn't. It was when they went to San Francisco and they went to get in the lift. And then he's chatting to
baby in a bag.
Yeah, chatting to some people, and then Sonic's speaking. It looks like they kidnapped a child. One of them asked, "Is that a child?" And then Tom tries to smartly respond with, "Yes, it is a child, but it isn't mine." Like that wouldn't...
Yeah, that's going to make things better.
Make it less suspicious.
But that's the thing. That seems weird, because that feels like a joke that didn't quite land to me, because it's a baby, but it's not mine. It's funny. But then nobody responds to it.
They walk away, but...
Yeah, they walk away.
Really
they don't call the police. He's a kidnapper. If you think so, he's a kidnapper.
That's all I've written, because there wasn't any bad things.
I had another note for the end of the movie, the thing that made me laugh. I'll just rattle off the end of the plot, essentially. Robotnik gets one of Sonic's quills, uses it to power his super egg robot, I guess. I don't know. They fight across the world. They end in Green Hill. Sonic beats Robotnik, sends him to the Mushroom Planet.
Yeah.
The government covers up Sonic's actions and removes Robotnik from existence. And they're here's a little something from us to repay you for your kindness and not talking about it. Yeah. And he gives them an envelope and they're like, "Oh my god, is it money? Is it going to be great? Is it this?" They have no, it's a $50 Olive Garden gift card.
Well, that was a very well built up joke because it was just a throwaway thing where on about his phone, and he's like, "Oh no, I don't have any other apps apart from Olive Garden."
Yeah.
And then at the end, because that just proves the government are listening,
they give him a $50 Olive Garden
for the unlimited pasta.
Which is so funny to me because that's I think that's 2 meals at Olive Garden. I think that's about right. Funny. $50 is funnier to me because it's here you go to Olive Garden on us. No, you know what? Go twice.
Well, it'll probably be for the both of them, so they could only go once.
Maybe. I don't know.
Which is even funnier because it's the whole...
I feel like an Olive Garden meal is about like $12, $13 per person. I think. I don't know. I've never been.
But then if you're going to buy a meal for Sonic and you're going to buy drinks and maybe dessert, that's your $50 gone. You'd have a good time, but you could only have a good time once.
Yeah, because when you're there, your family. This episode of Electric Boogaloo is brought to you by Olive Garden.
It is. Look, we have an advert for it right now. Have you ever had some bread? Have you ever had some bread but had to stop at the first baguette? Well, George, here at Olive Garden, you cannot stop at the first bread. You can have a second bread, and a third bread, and a fourth bread, and a fifth bread. It's unlimited bread.
Here at Olive Garden, we've got bread, we've got pasta, and we don't have olives. We're all sold out of olives. We put them in the garden, and we all sold out.
What I've learned from Olive Garden is there's no olives. There might be in the bread, but there's no olives and there's no gardens. But we do offer unlimited pasta.
And if you buy the unlimited pasta, you know what you get on the side? Bread.
Bread. I'm Rock McDucklin, and this is Olive Garden bread.
And I'm George George, and this is Bread Garden, where we don't have olives.
Go to
Olive Garden.
www.olivegarden.com/boogaloo for some free bread that we don't already get from Olive Garden.
When you're here, your family. Bread! There you go. Hope you enjoyed the Olive Garden advert.
Yeah, it was great. Come to Olive Garden. They've got bread.
Yeah. They've got pasta.
They've got love.
We're still advertising Olive Garden. The post-credits of this movie sets up that they're going to do a sequel where Robotnik gets back from Robotnik gets back from the mushroom planet, and he's got his classic Robotnik look, his classic big mustache, bald head.
Which I hope they do another one.
That's great. And then Tails is going to be in the sequel.
Was it definitely confirmed?
Did you not watch the post-credit scene?
You messaged me and said there was only a mid-credit scene.
Yeah. Well, there was the Robotnik Baldy scene, then there was a bit of credits, and then there was a mid-credit scene.
Oh, no, I didn't watch that bit.
Right, there was a mid-credit scene that you missed.
I just watched the Baldy bit. Thought that's what you meant.
No, after the animated credits, you see like a hill outside Green Hill.
Okay.
And then a ring opens up and Tails flies out.
Oh, cool.
And he's like, I finally found it. I have to go find Sonic. And then flies off to go find Sonic.
Oh.
And the Tails design looks great.
Who is it that voiced Tails?
I don't know. It felt like just like the classic Tails voice to me, but I'm sure it was a celebrity.
He does look cool, actually.
Yeah.
He looks really cool.
Tails Sonic movie voice actor. Yeah,
that's really cool.
Colleen O'Shaughnessy. It's a voice actor. Just not a celebrity, just a voice actor.
Cool.
I say just a voice actor. It's a good thing that they got a proper voice actor for Tails.
Yeah. Tails is a hard voice to do.
Not to say that Ben Schwartz wasn't great as Sonic, because he was. I'm a big Ben Schwartz fan. He voices one of them in DuckTales, Dewey in DuckTales. And DuckTales at the moment is so good.
I've never actually watched it.
The first series is on Disney Plus. It's worth watching. The other two, well, the 1.5, they're only halfway through season 3, are also available by other means.
Go into your local Blockbuster.
Yep. No, I can't. Social distancing is the only reason why.
Oh, that'd be empty. It'd be fine.
Valid.
No, I think it's good they've got a voice actor because Tails is, I don't know, Sonic.
Tails has a bit of a weird voice.
Yeah, Sonic chats, but I don't think it really matters what voice comes out of Sonic's mouth. But Tails is quite an iconic, particular.
Now you say that, I think it does matter somewhat what voice comes out of Sonic's mouth.
Well, yeah, if it's like
a Ben Schwartz type, fun.
But I'm on about you didn't
need
a voice actor to completely replicate.
No.
Video game Sonic.
What I'm saying is it would be weird if Gilbert Gottfried's voice came out as Sonic Smith.
You say that now.
I mean, I definitely want to see it.
You say that now.
So
this is a good game. Weirdest voice come out of Sonic's mouth. Let's have a think. Oprah Winfrey.
Morgan Freeman. Oprah Winfrey would be good.
That'd be very interesting.
Donald Trump. Donald Trump would be a weird.
See, I wouldn't want to watch that. If it was Morgan Freeman Sonic, I'd be intrigued.
Yes. Well, I'm going to use this to tie into another thing, because a lot of this episode, because there's less to talk about with this movie because it was good, it's going to be a lot of pop culture references. Larry King's voice coming out of Sonic would be good, which ties me into, have you seen the Larry King interview about Sonic the Hedgehog?
No, I haven't. Who's he interviewing? Ben Schwartz?
Ben Schwartz, yeah.
Ben is his name?
Ben Bella, yeah. He interviews Ben Schwartz and he asks like a couple of questions about the game Sonic the Hedgehog, and Ben Schwartz is like, "Oh my god, it is so exciting to hear you ask these questions. This is so much fun." Ben Schwartz is having the time of his goddamn life.
He was on GMM as well, and that was fun for him to. He was funny on that.
Going back to Polygon, he did an interview with Pat from Polygon, and it was so weird.
I think Ben Schwartz just enjoys people talking about the things he does, and he's really invested in what he does, which is good.
He just likes being weird in interviews as well, which is always fun.
He needs to be snapped up for a Marvel and MCU, because MCU people in interviews are bizarre.
I feel like it's only a matter of time at this point. Well, again, speaking of other interviews, I watched an interview where it was for DuckTales. So it was him, Danny Pudi, and David Tennant being interviewed. And they got asked about like what Marvel character they would want to play, because Marvel had just acquired Disney at the time, I think.
Okay.
Other way around, sorry. David Tennant was like, "Oh, well, I'm already a Marvel character. I play Kilgrave." And then Danny Pudi gave a reasonable answer, I think. And Ben Schwartz was like, "Do they have a Jewish one called Latka Man? Because I'll play him."
They should Ben Schwartz be Howard the Duck.
We've already got Howard the Duck. He's a Guardians character.
He didn't say. Did he? Did he say anything?
He did. He had lines.
Enough for you to not realise, like when Hulk changed and War Machine changed.
I mean, no. But, like, hang on, again, back to the Boogaloo, if you will.
Boogaloo. I think Ben Schwartz in the Deadpool film would be quite funny.
Yeah, I'd be into that. Because he's just weird enough for it.
This is a space filler. This is sound filler.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were about to say something. I have the answer. No. It's Seth Green voicing him at the moment.
Oh, okay. Keep with Seth Green then.
He's already a celebrity. Ben Schwartz. Who could Ben Schwartz play in a Marvel movie? He could play a Superman. A Spider-Man villain, maybe.
Scorpion. No, Scorpion's already in it.
No, Scorpion's also a Latino character.
Very much so.
He could play the MCU's Doc Ock, maybe.
That'd be... because
he might be a bit young. But then, I mean... I'm going to change my mind in a second. I was going to say maybe a goblin.
Well, no, because Harry needs to be school age.
Yeah, fair point.
This is turned into a Marvel podcast instead. Welcome to Electric Boogaloo, where we talk about good films instead.
Yeah, welcome to the good episode. Oh God, what Spider-Man villain could he play? I was about to say Black Cat, but no, you probably couldn't put Black Cat.
Well, Vulture's in it. Scorpion's already in it because he was post-credits.
And again, he's Latino. We've already had Mysterio.
What's his name? Crave, or whatever his name is. He's already in it, technically. Dimitri, sort of in it.
I don't know. Well,
He should play Squirrel Girl. End of debate. Thank you. Next point.
Got it. He should play Galactus.
Ben Schwartz, if you're listening, which you clearly are, audition for Squirrel Girl. I'll give you a tenner.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's anything else we can talk about. Sonic the Hedgehog, that's what we're here to talk about.
Are we? Are you sure? Sure it's not
maybe.
The Ben Schwartz episode?
I mean, he is Sonic. That's my justification. I'm sticking with it. I don't think there's anything else to talk about with Sonic the Hedgehog, though. I was expecting there to be more to say. It was just weird. We should talk about the Quicksilver scenes, I guess.
Yeah.
There were two scenes in the movie where, like in X-Men First Class, he goes so fast that time stops around him.
Yeah.
And he can affect the world. And it was really cool. I really liked it.
Yeah, because was the first one in the bar fight? Yeah, the first one was in the bar fight. The second one was against Robotnik.
Yeah.
He did your normal. He did your normal stuff, didn't he? Basically, when your friend's about to get punched, move that body out the way. So then, when the punch goes, it's going to go into a different person. He wedgied a man against a pillar.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Used mummified people with toilet paper.
That was fun.
By sticking them on a ceiling fan. He ate a few chili dogs.
Chili dogs. That's the classic Sonic bit.
That was about it, yeah. And then the rest of it was trying to stop Robotnik and then realising Robotnik had Sonic's power, and then he went through time as well.
Yeah, it was cool.
Just a fun film.
It was really good.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say very quickly before we move on, the music in this film is really good.
Yeah.
Like they used Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. I knew fun, classic rock songs.
I knew from that it was going to be a semi-decent film, because if you can get the rights to a Queen song and the like, you've invested enough into it that you think you're going to care a bit more.
Yeah. And then occasionally they would use Sonic music and sound effects, which I always thought was nice. Like he grabs a ring with his quill at one point and you get the ding sound.
Did we get the Green Hill music in it? The very first?
Yes. When they're cleaning up the town after Robotnik's left, you hear ba-da, ba-da, da, da, da in the background.
Trying to picture it.
I also, I can, it was a very brief thing. I was expecting a bit more of it, but whatever.
Yeah.
I really like the Sega opening to this movie.
Yes.
They showed all the clips from the games and then did the Sega. That was nice.
And their end credits was Sonic running.
In his classic 2D style.
Yeah, normal side scroller, which was very just a good film.
It's a good movie.
We promised that next week the film's going to be god awful.
Yeah, to make it this.
Because we've scheduled it, and the schedule's up on all our socials. It's not a good one. This one had a so bad it's good promise with the old design and the fact of the track record of old video game movies with Mortal Kombat and the Mario Brothers film. This was just a good film.
Next week's the church one, right? With Joe Rule.
Yep. It's going to be a good one. Oh, I'm looking forward to that one.
So I'd like to slow things down now a little bit and bring you a few thoughts about the world in a section I like to call Filmosophy. Now, today's Filmosophy, I'm bringing you some quotes from a little actor known as Jim Carrey, who was in this movie. You may have heard of him. Now, Mr. Jim Carrey has said this, and I think it's important to know. If you aren't in the moment, you are either looking forward to uncertainty or back to pain and regret. I think that's quite a really nice quote. I think it's good to think about. It's pretty deep. Let me bring you this one as well. Maybe there is no actual place called hell. Maybe hell is just having to listen to our grandparents breathe through their noses when they're eating sandwiches. I think that's important to think about. It's pretty deep. It pretty resonates with me in a deep and spiritual way. Let me just bring you one more to think about, and it's until Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, no actor had considered talking through his ass. And that really hits me right here and right here. And Jim Carrey, thank you. A butterfly flies into the room. Light shines down. We all feel like no other actor talked through his ass until Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. This has been Filmosophy.
I don't think they have.
Most.
They haven't. And they yet haven't.
No, they haven't. No one has since.
Whoa.
Whoa. Oh, we're in a weird mood today.
I thought it'd be easier to talk about a good film because we could just go on about things we liked. But I'm so used to the format of this is bad, let's write down bad quotes. I found it really hard to write things down, and now I'm more speechless than I was with bad films.
I think we've done all right. We just rambled so goddamn much.
But because we're a duo of ramblers, the Ramble duo, the Ramble twins,
the Ramble boys,
as it were.
Let's make a new film, shall we?
That I can ramble about.
Yeah. So I think we're probably going to do video game films this time. What's your idea?
I'm just trying
or should I go first because I went first last time? Or you went first last time?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make the pen the same size as my head. Carry on.
I got distracted by the pen head game. That's my movie is the pen head game. No, I want to do a Zelda movie.
The famous green boy.
Yeah, the green sword boy Zelda. The princess, of course, being the legend of. So I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild recently. I think there's definitely a movie you can make out of that. That's not what I'm going to do.
Oh, no, that's too good.
Yeah, I'm going to do what Sonic did and make a movie that's about Zelda, but not really. So Link is an ancient swordsman in Hyrule, as we all know. And he's fighting against Ganon and Zelda. And the whole thing of Legend of Zelda is that people are reincarnated. And so when they all die in the past, they're reincarnated in the present in New York City in 2021, hopefully after all the pandemic's done. And, they've been reincarnated as famous people and don't realize their destiny until it's too late.
Oh, right, so rather than actors playing these characters, it's almost
actors
like
playing actors.
John Malkovich.
Sure. They're playing themselves, but they don't realize they have an ancient destiny to fulfill until they find the Triforce. Okay. So Link is Tom Holland as himself.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. He gets the green cap, he gets the green everything, and he's Tom Holland. Zelda is... I should have thought about this before saying it.
Don't make it weird.
It's going to be weird.
Make it plausible.
You know it's going to be weird.
Make it plausible.
Okay. If you want it to be plausible, it'll be another... Zelda's Rihanna.
Still don't say that. Okay. It's weird enough.
I think that'd be fun. She's Triforce of Wisdom. And then Ganon,
Tom Holland
Ganon's going to be...
I know who that is.
Steve Buscemi.
Are Rihanna and Tom Holland romantically connected in this film?
No.
Okay.
This is... Because sometimes Zelda and Link are. This is one of the ones where they're not.
And sometimes Zelda is older?
Sometimes Zelda is older, sometimes Zelda is younger, sometimes Zelda isn't even there.
When it's Tetra, whatever her name is.
Yeah. This is one where Zelda's just Tom Holland's mentor, I guess.
Okay.
Rihanna, here's the thing. Rihanna has been Zelda for a long time and just hasn't revealed it.
And Tom Holland is very new to
being Link.
Okay.
Steve Buscemi has always been Ganon.
I think it's like the original Pokemon games.
Okay.
Where Giovanni has always been a gym leader and the Rocket.
Right.
Big boss boy. And hasn't revealed himself. Steve Buscemi and Ganon are the same person. And he's come forward in time. He hasn't been reincarnated. He's been Ganondorf the whole time.
Oh, so Ganon was always Steve Buscemi.
But then there's rather than Steve Buscemi, it's Ganon who's got a new alias and he's worked his way up in the acting world.
Right. Okay, I'm with you.
This is but obviously it's not my film.
Yeah, and so the movie is Rihanna teaching Tom Holland how to be Link. And they go into dungeons, because that's what you do in a Zelda game.
Where are these dungeons? Because I'm trying to work out where dungeons in New York are.
The sewers.
Silly me, of course. Yep. Okay.
They go into the sewers, and they have to fight a Dongo. Dongo, I think, is a Zelda enemy. It's like the T-Rex guy. No, Triceratops guy.
Yep.
And the Dodongo is played by Danny DeVito. It's a Danny DeVito Dodongo.
Is it just Danny is it a Triceratops with DeVito's face, or is it Danny DeVito?
It's Danny DeVito in a Triceratops costume.
But with the mind of a Triceratops as well, so he just grunts?
No. It's just Danny DeVito in a Triceratops costume.
Are there any fairies in this one?
Yes, there are.
Okay.
And they are all played by drag queens, is the twist on it.
Okay.
So your three great fairies are it's Jinx Monsoon, it's Latrice Royale, and Willem Dafoe.
It's Willem Dafoe. Okay.
You're led to think it's going to be Willem, but it turns out it's Willem Dafoe in a wig. And then in the end of the movie, Steve Buscemi is sealed away, and in the post-credit scene, he wakes up in the year 3000.
A bastard there.
Yes. And McFly. I think it was a McFly song, wasn't it?
No,
it's a song, you're right.
Don't you question my McFly busted knowledge?
It's McBusted.
McBusted did cover it.
Yeah, they're all there. It's fine.
Okay.
One of them is Link. I can't tell you which one.
I like this film.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun.
What's yours?
I've thought about this for a few days, not a few seconds. I don't know what you're saying. I think just thinking of how Sonic looks and what it's like to have an animal in a human world, Crash Bandicoot film.
I'm already in.
I'm surprised that hasn't been done yet, particularly. I've never completed a Crash game because I'm bad at them.
I was going to say, you have the trilogy, don't you?
Yep. Doesn't mean I've done very well on them.
Oof, I say.
That's not my type of games that I'm good at.
So I was raised on those kind of games, so I've completed all three of them on the Switch. But go on.
This is as far as I've got. So I'm going to work it out. It's going to be a similar sort of premise as the Sonic the Hedgehog one, where, you know, in the original Crash game, he wakes up by the water and has to go straight. He wakes up in Dover and has to go through the whole of the United Kingdom to get to John O'Groats.
Okay.
Let's he's in Land's End. Let's say he's Land's End and he's going to do the whole of the UK. Yeah, and different cities are different levels and obstacles. So he's almost living a game simulation, and he finds different problems. So like halfway up, when he's in the south of England, halfway he's like, "Oh no, what have I walked into?" And then he has to chase a Willow cheese down a hill, and he has to win it. So
instead of doing the like rolling rock thing, it's rolling things of cheese.
Yeah, and he has to win that to progress. Actual apples, obviously.
Instead of fighting Papu Papu, the weird Native American stereotype.
Yeah, because obviously we can't have.
He just fights goths in Whitby.
It's actually Boudica.
Oh, okay. Is this set in the past?
Nope. It's not set in the past, but each boss...
Just there as well.
You might have to help me with the logistics of this. Each boss is a different British thing. So we've got Papple Papple, which is Boudica. Then there's a weird bunny thing, isn't there?
Ripperoo is the second one.
Which is like a dog kangaroo, isn't it? He is the Beast of Bodmin. We're working our way up from the south.
All right.
We go up and we're about in the Midlands now.
Koala Kong's next, I think.
It's the bull from Birmingham, but real.
Okay.
The copper bull.
Works
our way up.
Next one is a Pinstripe Potteroo.
Who is...
he's like a gangster kind of character.
Which is perfect. It's the Salford Mafia. The Salford Mafia, which is 14-year-old topless boys on bikes jumping into the quays, which you shouldn't be doing, you stupid people. Carry on. I'm not bitter.
You can tell we're angry about our home.
It was really sunny yesterday. I'd have loved to swim. Not going to jump off a bridge where it says no swimming. I'm not dumb. That's where we got to.
Next one is Nitrous Brio, who's a scientist.
Scientist. Oh, we're getting into Scotland now. Right. I was trying to think of a Scottish scientist. I couldn't think of any. Oh, no. Alexander Graham Bell.
Okay.
That famous Scottish person.
I don't think so.
Graham Bell.
And I'll Google famous.
Yes.
You're kidding me.
Yes, he's Scottish. Yes.
All right, but when you get to John O'Groats, it's Neocortex, who's also a scientist.
Yep. He's just Denzel Washington. They ran out of budget.
And they hired Denzel Washington.
Yeah. So Boudica is played by Amy. No, Amy Adams is not English. Emily Blunt. She's been redhead before. Well, that'll be for Boudica. Then
Before you go on,
yes, of course.
Before you go on, I need the Crash Bandicoot actor.
I want it to be someone new.
Okay, it's gonna be you. You'll play Crash Bandicoot.
I'm not quirky and cool enough and funny enough for that, but it'll be someone new.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be introducing Blanca's Crash Bandicoot and it'll be fun.
Okay, so introducing Bill Clinton.
Yeah, Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton with an M.
Okay, yep. So that's Crash, and then we've got Boudica. Who do I say next?
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt, and then it was the. It was
the Beast of Bodmin.
The Beast of Bodmin. That is voiced by whoever voiced Bagheera in the Jungle Book. Idris Elba, I think it was. So he's going to be the Beast of Bodmin.
Idris Elba was Shere Khan.
Who would be? Oh, Bagheera's
Bagheera, I think it was Ben Kingsley.
Was Bagheera a girl in it?
I think Bagheera was Ben Kingsley.
Bagheera voice was Ben Kingsley, so it's going to be Ben Kingsley. Yeah. And then we get to the Bull from Birmingham, whoever played one of the bull voices in Home on the Range.
Well, no, because since it's Birmingham, wouldn't you want a Birmingham? Wouldn't you want Tim Spall?
Nope. Whoever voiced one of the bulls from Home on the Range.
Okay, I'll Google that.
Birmingham actors is too obvious. And I'll work my way up to the Salford Mafia. Basically, we'll just give them a pucker pie and some chips and gravy, and then we'll get the actual Salford Mafia to do it.
We'll get the actual Salford Mafia, yeah.
We'll give them a GCSE.
We'll take one of their experts away.
And then we get to Alexander Graham Bell, who clearly, by looking at him, should be played by... Oh, what's his name? Who played the chairman in the Hunger Games? That was...
Oh,
one of them.
President Snow.
Yeah, the dad of the two that have got the same surname in the
Donald Sutherland.
Yep, there you go. This is Donald Sutherland. Clearly, looks the same person. It's the same person.
Yeah, I can see that.
I couldn't remember Sutherland. And then Denzel Washington is played by Jack Black.
Wait, Denzel Washington is a black man, isn't he?
Yep.
He's played by Jack Black man. I see.
He's not black facing. He's just Jack Black pretending to be Denzel Washington. I'm a progressive filmmaker.
Here's the thing with your Home and the Range Bulls. I'm looking at it. It's played by a guy called Mark Walton.
Yeah, that'll do.
Who I've not really heard of. But also in this movie is Steve Buscemi.
Fine. Go on, you can have him.
There we go.
There you are.
There we go.
There you are. That is my very succinct movie idea that definitely... Crash Bandicoot the movie called... I was trying to put something with an N, but I couldn't think of anything that isn't insane.
So are we making Crash Bandicoot insane in the UK, or are we making A Legend of Zelda: A Link to Tom Holland?
I think studios can do better at the Crash Bandicoot, but I don't think they can do better than your Zelda idea.
All right. So
I personally feel, yeah. Zelda.
Coming next from Boogaloo Studios is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to Tom Holland.
You're doing better. You're 2-1 now.
I'm 2 for 1.
2 for 1.
We're keeping score.
I can't beat me, and Judy. I can't top it. I can't top it.
God, that was so weird. All right, so I think that's going to about wrap it up for us this week in Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Surprisingly, even though we didn't have much to talk about the film, we've filled an hour. Yeah. Look at us. Chatting rubbish since 1997 because I waited for you to be born.
That's when I was born.
And then I started waffling from about 2 days old, to be fair.
Yeah. And when I was born, I looked up at the doctor and said, I am a ghost inhabiting this human vessel. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I want to give a special shout out to the comments on our previous video, which were from a bunch of weird hacker bots.
Apart from one,
were really funny.
My friend Max has a YouTube channel, Max Talks, and someone who commented on our video also commented on his. So either the same bot commented the same thing, or you're out there, and thank you for commenting on the video. Whoever was the one with the banana.
I want to thank the people that commented: Brave Engineer 50, Wandering Hunter 22, Strong Duck 35, Cute Advocate 54, and Short Elk 77. And I'm pretty sure I just activated a Russian sleeper agent.
But the other one, that other person was, I think, real.
Yeah. Thank you, Bananarama, as well.
Yeah. I usually, as YouTubers go, they go, oh, don't forget that only 22% of the people who watch the videos are actually subscribed, but... even if we get 20 views, that's more than how many people subscribe to us. So thank you for watching, but not liking us enough to subscribe to us.
And please subscribe.
Yeah, please do. I know most of it's probably just me accidentally refreshing it, so most of these are probably just me uploading it.
Same.
But got to start somewhere.
See you later, everyone. I'm sorry, we're so weird.
Electric Boogaloo, where good films sometimes come through.
And that was the famous outro that I forgot to ask for, but you delivered it anyway.
There you go.
Bye.
Right.
What the was that?